Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology as we continue with the Russian quick missions. Now, today we will be going over the J-15, which is the Chinese variant to the Su-33. And while it did not feature in the campaign at all, given the time frame, 2002, it would have been a little early for it, but I think it's okay to go over this. So we will be simulating this by using the in-game Russian Su-33, and I think we're just going to set up a simple one-to-one fight like last time, where we will go up against have a hypothetical battle here between, say, a Russian carrier battle group and a Chinese carrier battle group. So they'll send up their Su-33s, we send up our Su-33s, and let's see how it goes. Now, of course, we will be taking, here they're simulating the limitations of the launching off a ramp, I believe, with how little weight we can add on, but that is perfectly fine since oh wow, the adder is half the weight of these PL-10s. Holy shit. Like, China, what the fuck? How do you fail that bad? They even weigh more than the Sparrows that they're supposed to frickin' emulate. Okay, so we can load 3 there. I think we had the same hard points, they just differ the default armaments. So we should be able to load up on Coulson Sams. We're lower on fuel, but that should be fine. And I think with that we can jump right in. Alright, jammers on, infrared on, wingman attack. Alright. We don't want to go to afterburners just yet, but I do want to... Oh, yeah, we'll do afterburners. Because I want to gain some altitude on these guys. There we go. 60%, we are good. Fire.
Missile launch.
Now, the unfortunate thing is that because of the semi-active radar homing, we are forced to... Those were all way too close.
Missile launch. Missile launch. Missile launch.
But because of the semi-active radar homing of these PL-10s, we are forced to keep a lock, and I believe we lost all of our locks.
Missile launch.
Yeah, this is a bit more how I thought the last engagement would go with these PL-10s, but
Missile launch.
and apparently these guys just don't want to track. I don't know what's into these things. I mean, I got the growl, they're locked on. Here's my 8 o'clock high. Come on, Su-33 wingman, Su-33 mission objective. See, their missiles are working, so why don't mine? There we go. Alright, so that's at least 2 down. And yeah, our wingmen are burning through fuel fast. The Russian engines tend to be pretty fuel hungry.
Missile launch. Bingo fuel.
Up now they're on bingo, so they'll be crashing any second because they 2 o'clock low this way. Because they absolutely refuse to just not use their afterburners in combat. So I probably 12 o'clock hot. And I think they all just simultaneously punched out there because of fuel issues. There we go. Now you're winging.
Mission accomplished. Bug out.
There we go. So now we can try to. Wow, their Joker fuel when we're right next to that base.
Bug out. Bug out. Bug out.
Well, they're lost, I guess. So anyways, now that we've got that out of the way, how much fuel do we have? Oh, we got plenty. They just suck at managing their fuel. So in any case, the Shenyang J-15, NATO reporting name Flanker X2, Chinese name Flying Shark, is a Chinese derivative of the Su-33 and the J-11B. An unfinished Su-33 prototype, the T-10K3, was bought from Ukraine in 2001. And after numerous unsuccessful attempts to purchase the Su-33 from Russia, negotiations collapsed in 2006 after Russia discovered that China reverse-engineered the Su-27SK into the J-11B in violation of their license. Although China claims that they withdrew from the negotiations because Russia was demanding large amounts of money to open the Su-33 line, which China thought was ridiculous for an older aircraft that would soon be obsolete. And I get a sense that there's a bit of truth to both sides here. Shortly thereafter, the J-15 program was officially started, with the maiden flight being in August 31st of 2009, powered by Russian AL-31 engines, and it made its first ski jump launch on May 6, 2010. Now, why Russia keeps selling them the AL-31s that they use to power their reverse-engineered aircraft, I'll never know why, but it's something Russia does, apparently. On November 25th, 2012, the J-15 made its first takeoff and landing from the Liaoning, which is China's first carrier, which was reverse-engineered from one of the old Russian Kuznetsov-class carriers. On November 4th, 2012, a twin-seat variant made its first flight, and the initial WS-10 engines that we had talked about in the J-11 episode, because of their unreliability and because they were underpowered, they were even more unreliable in oceanic conditions because of all the salt on the air and stuff. So initial J-15s were given AL-31F engines, although later units were eventually built or modified to take the WS-10 engines that China was developing and that had finally reached some level of maturity. The J-15, while heavily based on the Su-33, improves on it with electronics and sensors from J-11B program, as well as a domestic weapons fit. In September of 2013, the Beijing-based Sina Military Network criticized the capabilities of the J-15 as nothing more than a flopping fish incapable of flying from the Liaoning with heavy weapons, which was unusual, as normally media in China is heavily restricted. So the fact that there was such blatant criticism of a state-run program by a state-affiliated network is surprising. The J-15 cannot take off from the ski jump with more than 12 tons of munitions, and if fully fueled, can only carry 2 tons of weapons. And given the lack of Chinese aerial tankerage, this severely restricts their range and weapons capacity. Full-scale production of the J-15 started in December of 2013, and since then, the J-15 has been involved in numerous crashes, including 2 resulting from flight control system problems and 1 from an engine problem. As such, in July of 2018, China announced that they were developing a new fighter to replace the J-15. Current variants of the J-15 include the basic J-15 single-seat fighter, the updated J-15B, the J-15S twin-seat fighter, and the J-15D two-seat electronic warfare variant, which is basically similar to the United States Navy's FA-18F Growler, G, the G variant. And currently it is believed that roughly 20 are in service with the PLA-NAF, although that number is sure to rise as they, as of this video, they recently launched their, I forget if it was launched or commissioned, but they, either way, they're making huge strides on their second aircraft carrier. And I don't doubt that we'll see it soon, so they'll need some more fighters to fill the decks, so to speak. Alright, so we are coming in hot and heavy. And, let's see, we should be at a good speed now to... Yep. Okay, now we are coming down. And successful landing. And since no one's going to land with us, I think at this point we can just exit out. So there we have it. That was a... we lost a lot of wingmen in that one. It looks like our one wingman managed to get to safety, but the others didn't do so well. We had one missile get 1 kill, and then we gunned down another. Looks like our surviving wingman also had 2 kills, so good on him, I guess. So we had 9 air-to-air launches, of which it looks like 1 hit. The rest were failed or spoofed. Our wingman had 8 launches. He had 4 hit, lucky bastard. Anyways, we had 44% gun hit, which that's pretty good, actually, all things considered. There were 5 launches on us. We spoofed them all with ridiculous amounts of chaff. And then they had 1 launch our first wingman, which hit. So, that is the brief overview of the J-15. So next time, look forward to the J-16. With that, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time. We'll see you then.